Today's lesson, we're continuing solving word problems. Today, we're going to solve problems about equal groups. So let's read this problem together below, and we're going to look at different ways we can solve the problem about equal groups. A store has 24 saltwater fish. The store has 4 tanks for the fish. Each tank has an equal number of fish. How many fish are in each tank? Well, we can picture it. We can use a drawing to show and solve problems about equal groups. We can make 4 groups of 1 fish each and add 1 fish at a time to each group until there are 24 fish. So this is what they would have done. The whole thing is here now, but they would have started and said 1, 2, 3, 4. That's make 4 groups of 1 fish each. And then we're adding 1 fish until we get to 24. So pick back up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And these dots match the array of fish that is right here to the left. So we can see that there are 4 tanks, and we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fish in each tank. That's using the picture to get that. We can also use words to show and solve problems about equal groups. We can make notes about the problem. From the word problem we read a couple of slides ago, we can say that there's 24 fish in all, and there were 4 groups or tanks. And then we would put how many fish in each group. That's an unknown. If we use multiplication or division to find the number of fish in each group, we could ask ourselves 4 times what number equals 24? Or if we have a total of 24 fish and we put them in 4 groups, what would we end up with? And we're just going to go through and break down each one of these questions one by one. What does the 24 in the problem stand for? We said that it stands for the total number of fish. What does the 4 stand for? The 4 stands for the number of tanks. And we can group things in tanks, so it's the number of tanks or groups. The unknown number in the problem, that's the one we're putting the question mark for, and we were asked a couple slides ago, how many fish are in each tank? That's what we don't have. That's the missing piece to the puzzle, the part we don't have given to us in the word problem. So the unknown number in the problem is the number of fish that can go in each tank. We might know it in our head, but that's not part of what was given to us in the problem. So if we use the letter F to stand for the unknown instead of a question mark this time, we can write a division equation that can be used to solve the problem. Our total 24 fish put into 4 groups will give us how many fish in each group. If we write a related multiplication equation, we could say if we have 4 tanks and we need to put an equal number of fish in there, oops, using F instead of question mark, then putting 24, having a total of 24, 4 tanks, we don't know how many we need to put in each tank if we have 24 in all. What is the solution? Explain how you found your answer. Some students said they knew their times facts. They knew that 4 times 6 equals 24. Other students said if they made 4 groups or the tanks and shared out the 24 equally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. They could then see that there would be 6 fish that would go in each tank. Suppose we change the problem and said there are 24 fish and the store manager wants to put 6 fish in each tank. And then the part that we don't know or aren't given is how many tanks will there be. We can write both the multiplication and division equation for that and then solve. So the multiplication sentence could be, how many groups? And somebody in class said, well, I'm going to make my unknown be a letter T this time since I'm being asked how to find the number of tanks. How many tanks would I need to put 6 fish in each tank? And since I have a total of 24 fish, or the division sentence would be, okay, 24 fish put into, I don't know how many tanks, would mean I'm going to put 6 in each tank. Another student said, well, I was looking at it like this, Miss Outlaw. I said I have 24 fish and I'm going to put 6 in each tank, means I'm going to have how many tanks? And yes, you can do that. You can flip that around. So that's a possibility there. If you will, pause the video and read each one of these word problems as a practice. And what I need for you to focus on is you're going to use a letter for the unknown, the part that's missing in this word problem that you're not given, and see what you come up with, including solving for the unknown. Pause the video and then check back with me. Okay, Jenna has 30 photos of her friends, and she put 6 photos on each page. And how many pages does she use? So this sounds like the 30 is my total. This sounds like how many I'm going to put in each group, because a page can be considered a group. And you can either look at it as a multiplication or division. Let's just look at it as a multiplication problem first. If I don't know how many groups, let's say pages, do a P. When you have an unknown, that's called a variable. This is actually algebra. I didn't learn algebra until I was like in middle school, high school. But it's really not that hard. We're just putting it into learning our times facts, our fact families. So I don't know how many groups. That P stands for my pages, which is your groups. But I do know I'm going to put 6 into each group or on each page. And then I'm going to end up with a total of 30 pictures that I need to put 6 on each page. If you're familiar with your times facts or 6 facts, you can easily say, okay, in place of this P right here, I'm going to put a 5. So we would say P equals 5. That's usually what you do, is put the answer on the line underneath. Well, some people's math brains might be thinking, okay, I have a total of 30 photos. I need to put in groups of 6. And so how many pages would I need to put that on? And again, you would say P equals 5. For this one, there are 9 drawing kits on a table in the art room, and each kit has 4 pencils. So how many pencils are there in all? So these kits sound like groups to me. And this is how many is in each group. Okay, so 9 kits of 4 pencils would be how many pencils in all? And we can just say P again. It can be uppercase or lowercase letter. That really doesn't matter. Or a symbol also, as you saw on the Opening Khan Academy video, the lesson opener. Same here, if you're familiar with your facts, your 4's facts, your 9's facts, you know that 4 times 9 is 36, so P would be equal to 36. And just for practice, we can use it as write a related division sentence, but I don't know my total. P, what would be my total number of kits if I'm going to have 4 of them and have 4 in each group? Same thing, the missing part of the problem. That's where we stopped for today's lesson. We were just spending a lot of time modeling these out on our whiteboards and turning and talking and sharing out with our classmates. And so there is not a lesson page today. When we finish this up tomorrow, I think there'll actually be 2 lesson pages we need to do. And let me know if you have any questions or concerns.